Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, here on Dork. I almost said Dragon Age, but no, it is a suspicious lack of Dragon's Age here on Dork Tales. I am your Dungeon Master Kelly. I'm using he and him, and folks, very excited to be here tonight. Jen will not be joining us because Jen went to an SCA event and caught all sorts of a cold and is at home sleeping the dwarven sleep of ages. So we love
Jen's
you, Jen.
Taking a much needed long rest.
That the dwarven sleep of ages. That
People don't realize that they don't need to sleep for like weeks, but then they make it all up in one
week.
big sleep.
Wait, do all dwarves have ADHD too?
Yeah.
Okay.
The big sleep.
That's why they like
That's
shiny
what the D
things.
stands for.
And
Because that's literally
and they come over and empty out your pantry.
Oh, okay.
And they travel in packs.
Yeah.
Fair. All right, so folks, welcome to Dragonlance. This is episode 34, and we're going to be hopping into it in just a moment. Before we do, though, you should probably see who's playing tonight. So let's go around and say hello to everybody who's here, starting with Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I get to play Kelara Vingard, our human cleric of Mishikal.
All right, over to Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm Blogg in the chat. I use he, him, or they pronouns, and I will be playing Godfrey Highvalor, the now official Knight of Solamnia. And Jen, hope you feel better soon. You're going to be missed. Take care.
Nice. Down in the corner, we've got Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns. I'm second gen gamer in the chat. And tonight I get the honor, nay privilege of... No, privilege, nay honor. I don't know. One of the two. I get to play Rizira Moonbrush, our swashbuckling Kender rogue, Dragonel rider, Dragon Slayer, tosser of things from very high heights and hitting targets. I love her so much. And I am excited for game, a little brain dead, but excited. So I apologize in advance for any of the brain sloopies.
Nice. Over to Cal.
Hello, my name is Cal. I use he, him pronouns. And tonight I am playing Aurontiros Caledon, the Qualin SD elf bard from the College of Lore. And
Nice.
I'm Neo Cal in the chat. And happy to see y'all. Glad Jen popped her head in for a second to say hi, and hope she feels better soon.
Yeah. No, she'll feel good. Jen, we're pulling for you. And also, we are pulling for our sponsors. I have to do a little shout out to our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games. Folks, I have a lot to say about Bookwyrm Games, all of it positive. But first, I have to say that if you're looking for dice, Bookwyrm Games is the place to go. They have more than 170 different types of dice, from acrylic to resin, from metal to liquid core, even actual gemstones. Like, Christine, you just got some gemstone dice from Bookwyrm Games. You got an entire 10 set of amethyst D10s.
I did.
We got
Happy birthday to me.
we
They
got
are
some
absolutely
amethyst
glorious.
D10, or we got some amethyst dice for
You
Orion's
got a
birthday
D10
as well.
set?
Yeah, it was one of her birthday presents. They are very pretty.
They are, and they make the best clinky clack sounds.
So good.
Yeah.
Folks,
knew?
you can get some great dice trays to roll, dice bags to hold those, and you can also pick up a bunch of other things to engage your senses, like candy dice that you can snack on while you're playing. You can get scented candles. You can get their mystery boxes, and I've been allowed to announce this, Bookwyrm is working on something new, not just tea, not just candles, not just little familiars. They are working on gaming tables. They are building their own made-to-order customizable gaming tables, like the kind you've seen online, the ones with like the cup holders and like the felt tops, and they are working on a way to make the best gaming tables at an affordable price for you, and they'll be announcing more of that very soon. But Bookwyrm Games has allowed me to talk about that. So folks, if you're looking for a gaming table to go play at home, because not everybody plays across the internet like we do, you should definitely check out Bookwyrm Games, because even on those tables, if you use code DORKTALES, you're going to save 10%. And 10% of a table is a pretty big deal. Just saying.
They're available on the website.
Are they already available?
Oh, good. I
I was gonna say they I saw them expoing it on Edmonton Fan Expo, I think, this weekend. It was all over their socials. They had a table there at the expo, so it was really cool to see.
Woo, everybody go check them out right now on bookwyrmgames.com.
Gaming tables.
Gaming tables, get a gaming table. For those of you who can afford a house, get a gaming table.
Oh, that looks
but
nice.
thank you to Bookwyrm Games. I also have an exciting announcement for those who are going to be coming here. Tomorrow night is the episode 0 of Fandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk, with episode 1 beginning this Monday and continuing every Monday. Bookwyrm Games has generously donated a bunch of giveaways. So we're going to be doing some giveaways, everything from dice to dice, like the scroll map cases, and some even cooler stuff. No tables yet, unfortunately, but maybe someday. You never know. But definitely come out, win, and enjoy episode 0 tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific. And if you're watching later on YouTube, here's episode 0 coming your way very soon. So I hope you'll enjoy that. Is there anything else that we want to talk about before we begin?
No, just I put in our private chat that I'm so brain dead. I was gonna look up their Bookwyrm website, and I just literally put the words website into Google search.
What came up?
I understand.
The right website came up.
No, unfortunately, not. A lot of links for things like Squarespace and Wix to create your own website.
It's got your back.
Wix. All right.
I understand that feel, Robin. I
Yeah.
understand.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, Robin. All right, folks, without further ado, let's head into Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, right here on Dork Tales. Last time on Dragonlance, you managed to convince some Dragonels to give you a lift. You flew back from the northern wastes, attempting to beat the Red Dragon Army's forces as they made their way in their flying citadel toward the city of Kalaman. You managed to make it home in record time, while Darrett and the rest of the Kalaman forces headed to take a boat home. And as you felt that a little bit of that urgency ebb away, you saw the walls of Kalaman, sturdy and strong beneath you. But even above, as you landed there in the town square, in the courtyard, you noticed a tension in the air. And that's where we'll begin, with you all landing your Dragonels there in the courtyard of the castle. Several guards approach you immediately, pikes at the ready, when they see your astride Dragonels. What do you say? What do you do?
Halt. We are with the Kalaman forces.
Make me a persuasion roll with advantage, please.
All right.
Come on, Bard.
The most straightforward thing I could even imagine.
Right.
Persuasion. La biblioteca. That is 11 plus 26.
26. Okay. So doing that, some of the guards will lower their pikes and go, "It's the elf. And Sir Levna and Godfrey. Don't forget Cudgel, you gets." You'll hear from the back of one of the Dragonels as Cudgel slides off the back, and Rookledust kind of waggles her feet and goes, "You know, I'm not jumping till someone helps me."
Oh, I don't think oh, Hazeal, you can take off your blindfold. Oh, I think you're looking a little bit
Are we on the ground?
Yes, we're on the ground right now. You just have to slide off the Dragonel. You can take off your blindfold if you want.
Riz, if I slide this off and we're not actually on the ground.
We're on the ground.
Finally. And she's gonna off the back of the Dragonel like a kid going down a very, very dry slide.
Oof. That like sound.
Yeah. The
Love it.
sweaty leg on the dry slide.
Yeah.
And she's gonna hit the ground. I don't know why I ever leave you. She'll pat the ground affectionately.
Oh, see, I thought you were talking to me. Well, what's going on here?
We're one of the soldiers will step forward. An officer you recognize as Rook is going to say, the council's in session, but we've been waiting to hear word back. We assume the worst.
Well, they get like, some good, some bad. Probably more leaning on the bad side, but
We need to go see them immediately.
yeah.
Of course, they're convened right now. I'm sure Marshal Venry will want to see you. What do the rest of you do? Kelara, Levna will hop off with a clank of her armor and will turn around and help Rookle dust down.
I guess slide off and join the others to go give reports.
Right this way. They lead you up into the castle, letting you move slowly, catch your bearings. It's a little weird being back on ground again. And as you make your way, you start to work off that bow-legged kind of stride that you pick up from being astride Dragonels that long. And you make your way down to the council room. Now, the council room itself is packed full of people. The familiar conference hall is now completely devoid of the blood and gore it was the last time that you were here, when that ghost possessed Rizira and murdered all of those men and women beforehand. Its large round table has seen significant repairs. Marshal Vendry and Lord Baccharis sit at the table, along with various bickering strangers who wear the colors of the Calaman guilds. Opposite the door, a woman in simple clothes sits in the governor's chair, watching the proceedings with uncertainty. As the doors open, Marshal Vendry sees you and stands, surprise clear on her face. "Silence!" she says. And the chattering of the group falls to the wayside. Welcome. Welcome back. Well, what news do you have? Please, come. Who are these? Who are they? A couple of the new faces say. And one of them will nudge, and Baccharis will say, The scouting party that we sent to the northern wastes. Welcome back, he will say with a bit of a puff. What's the result of your report? We should probably go and talk about that privately. Well, I think that it would be best if we all heard it. Marshal, Lord Baccharis says. We're all in this together, after all, aren't we?
Okay.
We're definitely going to be all in this together when a giant flying city weapon thing will come for us.
He pales slightly, and there's a bit of murmuring across the room as the new council members, oh, flying city, what
That's one way to approach the subject.
Hold, the woman in the governor's chair says. I agree. We should all see this and hear what you have to say. As the newly appointed governor, I want to know everything I can about the situation. Please, have a seat. Refresh yourselves. I'm Governor Thren. Fuline Thren. Fuline. I'm gonna go with Fuline because they don't actually give me a...
Do we recognize this person?
You do
Are they
not.
new?
They are brand new.
Okay.
And there's no description, of course, so I'm gonna say that she looks like Gwendolyn Christie.
Love it.
I'm gonna say she's like a little bit shorter than Gwendolyn Christie, but she's got that kind of blonde side cut, kind of short haircut, a little bit of braiding on the sides, kind of a very like strong face, not pretty but strong, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll look across the table, gesture to the goblets of wine and water that lay on the table, along with various like little snacking foods, grapes, things like that. Refresh yourselves, please.
Do you want me to grab you anything? Yeah. He'll ask Kelara.
No, that's all right.
Oh, Godfrey will go over and grab himself some water then.
You'll just see a table, a slight little top knot, and every once in a while a hand is like reaching along and grabbing something from the table.
Hazeal will walk over, grab a chair, and just start like drinking some water and wine. Don't mind if I do. Ugh. Never one to turn down some hospitality. So, citadels. Flying citadels? Bakara says. How many of these citadels does the enemy have?
Because the numbers matter.
Yes, more than one would be difficult. More than 5 would be disastrous.
So, but you think you can? You don't know. How would you know what the size and weapon capability is to determine the numbers? There's one, but it looks not great.
How big is it?
Well, there's a reason they brought their armies to the north. There's nothing up there worth conquering, but...
What happened to our army? One of them says from the Merchants Guild.
They're on their way back. There were losses. About a third.
A
Didn't
third?
make it.
I'm
Didn't
afraid
make
so.
it. 2/3 are alive, but we did seem to lose a third.
So many of our soldiers.
But we did get a Dragonlance. Rizira looks at Godfrey.
We did.
All of this for one... What is that, a pike?
All of this for a Dragonlance. And it's already been tested and put to good use, I assure you.
Yeah, we killed a dragon with it.
A dragon? They've killed the
Already.
dragon. Did you bring the dragon back as proof? Yes. Is the dragon back? Can we see it? Is it dead?
No, but Riz will pull out a huge whopping dragon tooth.
Levna will pull out hers as well. And she, you know what? She's gonna go over to yours and go... And like take them together.
Yeah.
Cheers, baby.
And you can examine this. This is not like
Holy
some
crap,
old
that is a
aged
giant
bones.
dragon tooth. One of them will say. That seems...
So-
I suppose you could have taken that off a corpse, though. Not that I doubt
examine
you.
it. You can see some like blood stains on this still. Riz is gonna like hold up the dragon tooth to him.
How does the...
How does the Citadel fly?
One of them will say.
Magic.
Where's it headed? Can it be destroyed?
Here.
Destroyed. Only one way to find out. It has some sort of control. Well, that's how the big city was going to be raised. Do you know the city of you've heard the name? Hold on. Onyari.
I've never heard the name Onyari.
Yeah, you've heard of it?
Blank stares fill the room. Except, hold on. Except Lord Burkaris, who will go, I mean, there are stories, of course.
Oh yeah, it was an old ancient flying city. We found it. That was a city of lost names.
Those are the stories.
And the dragon army was going to try and raise the whole city, but we got it not to be the whole flying city, just the Temple of Takasis portion.
And it's headed here? To
Yes.
We
Kalin.
believe so.
Another
We're-
one will say.
We were several days ahead. We managed to secure travel by air here on some Dragonels. But it'll take some time. They weren't prepared to raise it so quickly. So They're very slowly raising and gathering their army to it. So we do have some time to prepare. Probably even after our army arrives back, which is heading back here.
They're
Well, that's-
probably, what, 2 days behind us?
That's something, then, Marshal Vendry will say. Well, how can
Yes.
Cowlman stand against some type of flying city? It can fly right over our defenses.
And we have to get better defenses. You have...
What, are we supposed to
we
get
have
flying
Riddle Dust.
defenses? How many Dragonlance did you bring back?
No,
Yes.
but we have the amazing Oracle Dust over there, who's very smart. I'm sure they could whip up something.
I'm very smart. I don't think I'm that smart, but I'll look into it. Maybe if we built a giant dome over the city, then they just bounce off when they tried to fly into us. How much
How
glass
long
do we
would that
have?
take?
That's a great question. She'll pull out a notebook and start... 9.
9 what?
Probably
Years.
9 years.
Oh.
It's a pretty big city. But if we got everybody certified in glass blowing, we would probably do it in under a year.
Now, we've
course,
been proving very well
glasses.
that we basically have a destruction and then have a small strike team try and break in and take the city down from the inside. So, what we could do is prepare Kalaman to try and defend itself, but also just to take out, flying dragonels and the riders. And we could be prepared to go in ourselves. And
You
try
consider
and-
yourself, what, Huma Dragon's Bane?
Would you like to continue whining and whinging or come up with constructive solutions instead of blaming us and being negative about any suggestion that happens?
I like the whining and whinging.
I think that that's a good place for us to take a bit of a leave, Marshal Vendry says. You've traveled a long way. We have a lot to think about, but for now, I'd like it if you rested up. Your quarters are still yours. Go, rest up. We'll check in once you have refreshed yourselves and we've had a bit of time to plan. Thank you. Well, what about... She glares back.
Kalara's
Make-
going to add to that glare. And
Make
just,
me an
like,
intimidation roll with
ice.
advantage, please.
She's getting very frustrated with the stupidity on display. That is an 18.
An 18? Okay. The room will go quiet enough, and then you'll hear a very, very quick agreement. Oh, yes, they should probably get rest. Yes, rest doesn't appear. Yes, rest is good. Yes. Yeah, Millie.
And she'll kind of just turn on her heel. And the only thing she can really flounce is her cloak, so she's not wearing her skirt anymore. But
Mhm.
so that'll just flip around her heels as she turns to leave.
Okay. Marshal Vendry
Oh.
will lead you out into the hallway immediately, unless... Godfrey, did you want to say something else?
Yeah, I want to follow out, but just before leaving, I want to just turn around and... I know it's a bit of a stretch, but for you to believe, but have faith. This, and he'll hold up the Dragonlance, is proof that the gods are on our side. And he'll just close the door after walking out.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Holy crap. Okay. Fancy dice. Ooh, that's a 16 on the die and +7.
Holy crap. 23? Okay. So as you leave the room, you will do so in a bit of the wake of silence. And it's only after the doors shut behind you that you'll start hearing a bit of throat clearing and the slow resumption of discussion. Marshal Vendry gathers you up and walks you back to your chambers. I can't stay long, but I wanted to check in on you all. Once you've rested, I'd love to talk more, unless you're feeling up to it now.
I'm
Might as
good.
well. Might as
Probably
well be
better that
now.
we do it now.
Well, I have to admit, I'm very pleased to see all of you. I did fear for the worst when none of the communications returned. We were getting quite tense, actually. I have to admit, though, that the war hasn't gone well in your absence. We've held our own, but much of the surrounding land has been claimed. I was getting a bad sense of things. Like I said, the land's been claimed, but they've been avoiding Kalaman conspicuously. Not even a single attempt at our walls. It's suspicious, and this explains it. If they're headed our way with something like that, they're intending to blitz us. As far as we can tell, the bulk of their forces are camped near Vogler. Like they're waiting for something. With the news of the Citadel, it makes sense. I've ordered all troops to return to Kalaman to shore up defenses, and I'm glad that I did. They should be here within the next day or so. While I appreciate your words, I have to admit, don't see how we could defend against a fortification that can fly. We'll have to make do. I'll relay this news, and I'll let you know when Dame Becklin returns. She was out doing a bit of command work in the field. She's fine, by the way. Is Sir Darrett also okay?
He was when we left.
Yeah, she'll be very, very relieved about that. Anyway.
He's definitely had his first taste of war. He is a bit of a changed man since we left seeing him, but he was as hearty as they came.
Well, we'll prepare as best we can. You said it's only a few days before our army gets here, before it gets here?
Probably.
Well, then we have work to do. We're definitely going to need your help, so rest up. I'm afraid that the worst may be yet to come. Thank you. If you need anything, I should be free after a couple of hours from now. Once I finish with all of the headbutting.
Honestly, I think it'd be easier if you guys all headbutt. You'd get over a lot faster.
You're probably right.
That's what we do in Canter home sometimes. You just have an issue with someone, you just gotta like tussle it out with them.
It sounds more dwarven, Hazeal will say.
You don't have claim to everything, you dwarves.
Why? We were here first.
You don't know that.
They were underground first.
Yes, you are hatched like a spring flower.
As spring flowers are known to hatch.
Are there, by chance, more catacombs or underground places that we could hide some of the civilians?
Not many, but that's a good option, actually. I'll bring that to the council. We'll start clearing out the catacombs and making them as an emergency shelter. Hopefully they won't remember the hidden doorway. in the servants' quarters. Although I don't think we'll be able to patch up the hole that night blew in the side of the mountain, but a little bit of fresh air might be good for people.
Be easier to defend.
I hope so. You lot get some rest. I'm going to go check in with the rest of the council.
I'll also... They have... Maybe I want to mention it in front of the whole council, but the army is kind of led by Lord Soth. And like a giant undead dragon thing.
And Consaldi Fire Eyes, as far as I can hear. Yes.
Well, we're hoping the Lance will help with that.
I hope so.
So that might.
She's been pulling double duty.
Him.
Did you see her up in your direction? A wild-haired woman with one eye riding a dragon?
No.
Some of our encounters in the field have involved her.
Badly or good?
She will just shake her head. She's killed several dozen men and women.
Badly.
I do hope that Dragonlance. When the time comes, Sir Godfrey, put that bitch and her dragon in a hole. If you'll excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
And she will back out of the door. And with that, you're left in a room. Food and drink will be brought up to you. But what's your plan for the next couple of days? All of you can long rest, you can recuperate, you can get ready. At the base of the next... What's that?
Oh, I'll keep going. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Hazeal will excuse herself out after you guys sleep that night. The next morning, muttering something about, I'll be back. I have to check in with someone. Mage stuff. Dwarf stuff. Dwarf mage stuff. And then she'll just leave. But over the next couple of days, what are you all doing? Just kind of wandering around, doing whatnot?
Does somebody have any ideas of anything that we can do to help prepare this for what's coming?
Robin as a player and as my brain, I have no ideas. Brain empty, and don't know what we can do as a party. So if anyone else has ideas, please help, because my brain is
I was
big
gonna
old-
ask if I could roll for anything that Kelara would think of
You can make
versus what Christine can think of. Like,
me an intelligence roll.
oh great, that's dirty 20.
Dirty 20? A lot of things that the city is already doing, to be honest. Getting the ballistas up on the walls will be a big one. The city already has ballistas. Mostly it's just bringing everyone who can work forges in to pull overtime to calm people in the streets. Soon enough, as you are headed through the city on the next day and wandering around, you're going to find that, well, even after a single day, the city is getting, well, a bit tense. Word that there's a flying war machine reaches the streets before you believe it, and soon there's a feeling of an imminent crisis. Before long, you are going to see the Vogler refugees are going to be brought inside of the walls, as are many refugees from the surrounding area. They're all going to be huddled up inside of the city, which is going to be quite tight. In fact, it's going to be a little bit oppressive feeling inside of the city. As it goes into the second night, you've gone around and done what you can for morale. But as you're walking around the city, can you roll me a d6?
Five.
So, it's not without hope. Although the sounds of the city are anxious, and even the crickets appear to be singing their song at a slightly muted tone. As the sun is beginning to set the next night, you're going to pass by a bench in one of the parks, where an old man with a pointed green hat sits there, telling a group of children the story of the heroic knight, Uma Dragonsbane. As well, throughout the city, you all are going to find over the next couple days that there is no end to the tension, but also the give and take. People trying to help. People trying to bolster each other emotionally and prepare for the time to come. And as you're walking through that Kelara, you'll hear, and then he took to the sky, leaving his friend, the Minotaur. You mean Kaz? Kaz the Minotaur. You're absolutely right. Left him on the ground to continue the fight as he soared up. Do you know the story, young lady? The man in the green hat turns to you.
Do I?
Make me a history roll.
Probably not. I rolled a 9.
9? You've heard the story of Uma's Dragonsbane, but it's like recalling the plot to a movie you haven't seen.
It's been a long time. I don't quite remember.
Do you want to grab a sheet and listen?
Sure, why not?
And he goes and tells the story with quite a bit of aplomb, getting a 23 on his history or his performance roll. You spend the time, and some of the kids are going to kind of lean up against you and cuddle up to you while the story's being told. And when the story's over, it's an epic tale of sorcery and swords and dragonlances. The first dragon war. And when it's over and some of the parents come to get their children, one of them picks a young girl up that's fallen asleep on one of your legs. And she looks down at you, her brown hair spilling down over her dark mahogany skin. And he's gonna say, "You're her, aren't you?"
What?
"You're the priestess of Mishakal."
Oh. Yes.
"Thanks for taking care of Abby."
You're welcome.
She has, since she heard about the flying fortress. This is the first she slept in over a day. I hope that you're, I hope you're well. Thank you for blessing us.
You're welcome.
She'll smile and go. Godfrey, what are you doing over the next day? You're helping shore up defenses, and you're helping get people doing your basic training stuff like you did before, and
Yeah, I kind of actually want to, while doing some training and training people how to just training anyone who's willing to, or been kind of, I guess, conscripted. I kind of want to, I want to actually really focus more on raising morale.
Okay.
And while doing that, like bring up the points of like we do have a Dragonlance. There is hope. We've got the Priestess of Mishakel on our side, and Paladine has blessed us with a Dragonlance to try and like don't lose hope, or
Okay.
and that they're back, and we have proof of that. And
Make
just
me a
try and,
persuasion roll with advantage if you're brandishing the Dragonlance.
of course I am. Everyone
well,
gets to
right?
see that bitch. Everyone gets to see the Dragonlance. Rolled a 19, so that's 26, sir.
A 26. Oh, beautiful. Roll me a d6 while you're at it.
Oh, I'm gonna roll the B D6.
The
Not
B6.
the bees.
I got a 4.
Got a 4.
4
So as you're getting people hyped up, you're doing basic training, you're getting a couple of the Calaman troops set up, and as you're telling this story, there's a number of people from Vogler that are getting ready to join in. They're becoming volunteers. They're becoming volunteer soldiers, conscripts to help out. And as you are doing that, you're going to look around and see a familiar face step forward. I'd like to join in and help you. You'll recognize the blonde hair and square jaw of Kelara's brother, Kern.
Absolutely. No, more help the better.
I'm not alone. Come
None
on.
of us are.
Leon Fairlight steps in as well, and Jan Corwallis, and even Sadden Redstream, the brawler that you've met. All putting on what armor can be salvaged. And as you raise their spirits and march them back from the conscript point up toward training grounds, you're passing through one of the side streets, and it's there that you recognize on the corner the blacksmith shop. There's a sign hanging over it. Weapons out of stock. Sorry, and good luck. You'll have to arm them with what you have. Now you're really wishing that you'd held on to every single weapon, every piece of armor dropped by the enemy.
You know what? I still have a couple extra weapons that I've kind of held on to. I've got 2 regular longswords and a basic shield, and I'm going to give those to like Kalara's brother and the people from Vogler, and my light crossbow as well.
We'll fight alongside you. Hey, have you, Godfrey, have you seen Kelara anywhere? She's back?
Yeah, she made it back. Has she not checked in?
We keep missing each other, I think. And they moved
No,
us from
she's-
inside to outside.
She's doing great.
I'm glad. If we don't run into each other before this happens, can you tell her that we're doing fine? That Landon's okay?
Yeah, well, why don't we search for her?
If that's not taking you away from your training.
Well, look, this is. I'll let him know where we're all staying. It's just like, why don't you come by later tonight and see her yourself? I'm sure she'd like that. And bring Landon too.
I will, if I can find him. He's somewhere around here. Causing trouble.
Uh,
I guess in the meanwhile, I'll see you there tonight. But before then, it's time to sweat, I guess.
I'll toss him that shield.
Whoa!
Better get used to holding that up.
Yeah, I'm usually used to holding a sacks of wheat, so it shouldn't be. Oh, it's a little bit different. Thank you, Sir Godfrey. Rizira, what are you doing over the next couple of days?
Don't know. She probably is gonna go visit the woman, the Kender in the shop pretty often, just because
Sounds good.
like there's the tension in the air and the fear of everyone, and Riz just doesn't get it, so she's just kind of like,
Roll me a d6. I'm curious of something.
4.
4. Okay. So high or low is good for you.
Low.
Okay, so that is then a 3. So as you're making your way to meet up with what's her name again? I can't remember. Oh,
Yeah,
no, it's Mayulara.
Mayulara. Yeah, Mayulara Kender.
Okay,
is
so
who I
as
have.
you're nearing Mayulara's, you are going to hear the sound of crying nearby. Dad? Mom?
Oh, I'm not your mom or your dad, but are you okay?
A boy, human boy of about 4, maybe 5 years old, turns and looks at you. He's got shock red hair and freckles plastered over his slightly upturned nose. Snot's kind of clinging to his upper lip. He's been crying for a while. He turns, I can't find my mom. I can't find my dad. We got moved in from the outside. We were traveling from Nightland. We were supposed to be moving up here, and now we're here. And like there's so many people.
I know it's so big in here, and lots of people. Do you remember where you saw them last? Maybe we can go find them.
There was a big building with Make me an insight roll to try to pull some data off of this child.
Yeah. Okay, insight. Oh, I'm pretty good at insight. Hold on. Rizira's quite insightful. Alright, well, I rolled a 3. Plus 12 is 15.
There was this big bird bath. There was other birds, but there were people throwing money. And it's just, so you think like the city fountain.
Mm.
And I stopped to go grab some of the coins.
It's okay, don't worry. We all get distracted. Don't worry. Now, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. So, if you follow me, we can go find your parents. Don't worry.
Okay.
Listen. You don't have to be afraid either. I know it seems like it's a big city, but fear only wins if you let it. I'm small. I fought a dragon and won. I've ridden a dragonelle. I briefly rolled a dragon before I put my rapier through its head. Giant spiders.
What's a paper?
What?
You put paper through its head?
Oh, rapier, and she'll like gesture to her swords.
Kids aren't supposed to play with knives.
Oh, I'm not a kid. I'm a Kender.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. You're human, right? I know we're like about
I'm
the
a
same
person.
height. You're human,
Okay.
I'd say, because you don't have pointy ears, so you're not elf.
I'm Ben.
Oh, I'm Rizira.
That's a funny name.
Rizira Moonbrush is the full title.
Oh, that's a better name.
Well, thank you. What's your full name, Ben? Wait, don't think kids are supposed to talk to strangers and give them their name, so don't worry.
You're not as Stranger, I know your name. My name's Ben Tillman. Because we till the fields.
Oh. Huh.
Do you brush the moon?
I know, but that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Why is your last name Moonbrush? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. My family has that name. I guess they thought it sounded fun. I don't know how names are passed down for Canada. I think we just borrow names. I think we borrow them.
Ben!
together.
A couple of adults are going to rush up and go, Gods. Oh, Ben, what the heck? You're not allowed to run off like that. Did you... Did you borrow our son? The man will say,
What?
looking down from his burly red beard.
Okay, now that's just racist. I found him. That's a speciest. I found this child crying when I was walking to the store. Honestly.
Oh, don't give me that. No Kender goes to a store unless they're looking to take something. That's what my father always said. And then you're going to hear the sound of, like, some shifting armor nearby as one of the town guards that's kind of bustling by to go do more shoring up defenses is going to go, hey, pay some respect. That's the Queen of the Kenders. She's more welcome around here than you are. My lady.
Thank you. Good night.
I'll take it. And then the guard will shuffle off more.
By the way,
Thank
if
you
you're
for
afraid,
Thank you. Sorry.
you're welcome. To your very rude husband, tell him that if he holds something so dear to his chest, you should keep a better eye on it.
Sorry, it's just the everything is... I didn't mean nothing by it. Just, I never met a Kender before.
Well, it's a good thing us Kender are known to be so kind of light and jovial, because I deal with a lot of comments like that before. Usually it doesn't get to me, but I'm trying to save this city and save this town, and
Yeah, well, thanks. And as he takes his son's hand, he's gonna... Sorry. He's gonna turn around brusquely and almost plow down Kelara, who's standing right next to that. Sorry, miss.
Let's not continue the racism, huh?
Good. He'll do better, the wife says.
Besides, kids get distracted. They stare at something for a few minutes and all of a sudden parents are gone. They get scared and they go looking. It's generally when they go missing.
I'll keep that in mind. Come on, Ben. They rush off quickly, away from the mom gaze.
Do you get that a lot?
I mean, when we first met, you said the Kender and all the Kender stuff. Like, I get that a lot. You as well started that. You humans.
Well, to be fair, that was right after you had something in your hand that you'd borrowed from somebody. Without their permission. So, I understand that part of it. But somebody talking to a crying child is not like... Ugh.
As that's going on, Aurontiros, what are you doing over the next couple of days?
Oh, probably doing what he does best and going to be entertaining people, showing people different magics, bolstering spirits, seeing if there's any other musicians. So making merry and trying to be as inspirational as they can be.
So as you are headed through the city taking a look at things, you are going to find that a makeshift aid camp has taken over an alley, providing help to refugees recently arrived in the city. And there is a young half-elf girl that is sitting on the edge of the alleyway. Her hair braided in this long kind of like strawberry blonde braid that cascades halfway down to her butt. And she's kind of curled up at the alley entrance, strumming a harp.
Chose the more difficult of objects to, of instruments to spend your time with, I see.
I'm just trying to keep people happy. Do you play too?
I do. I play a bit.
Do you know the Old Valley Woe?
I do indeed.
I've just got a harp, but do you have anything that you want to play along?
I can play a few things. Let's see. And he'll pull his lute out of his bag of holding, and
How the
really
heck
long
did you fit
handle.
that all the way in there?
Oh, it's an old trade secret. You'll be able to do it one day.
I doubt it, but do you sing too?
I attempt.
Well, after you, sir. Make me a performance roll, please.
All right.
Ooh. She's not doing great.
Oh no. All right. Not bad. All right. That is 22.
Wow. Okay,
The
you're gonna
performance
just... It's basically like playing basketball with a 5-year-old. Like, you're gonna Kobe her. So she's got like a solid 13 on her roll.
I rolled a solid 13 before my bonuses.
before your mega bonus.
Mega
so yeah,
bonus.
you are going to just blow her out of the water, and eventually she's just going to kind of do a little bit of heart backup. How are you playing this?
How am I playing it?
Yeah, like what are you doing to gather people around and to raise their spirits?
Probably recalling tales that are similar to our travels in the Waste, to kind of give people an idea of what the army has accomplished,
Okay.
more so than what us as individuals did.
You take some time.
Kind of singing about them coming back as well, assuming they're not back yet.
So you sing a song about the soldiers returning. And about a song of hope, a song of unity. The girl gives more of a background performance. And before long, you have the entire crowd of the alley camp either humming along or listening in rapt attention or doing that awkward clap on the downbeat. You spend your night raising their spirits. And for a little bit of time, things are good. There are innumerable scenes over the next few days of you all raising spirits, training people, getting things ready. There are signs of good, like a baker standing outside of their bakery, handing out free bread to anyone who passes by and needs it. A person pulling a small wagon full of pets stops to pick up a stray off the street. And more. So many more. Points of light amidst the fist fighting. The unconscious people being pulled off the street who were perhaps robbed or beaten in the night. But moreover, for the most part, there is a sense of unity around here, and each of you brings something to bear. You spend some time with your family, Kelara and Godfrey. You spend time with other Kenders, Rizira. And Aurontiros, you bandy about amidst numerous people. Rizira, as you're out on a walk one night, heading down to meet Kelara, because you keep getting distracted on your way to meet her, you will hear the sound of a cart being pulled down the street. The sound of that rolling jumble. And out of the corner of your ear, you'll just barely recognize a
Meow.
Hold on, let me find the name that I wrote down. Was it charcoal? Was it no? It was not. Was it charcoal? What episode was this? Aw, Kitty! I forget what their name is. Aw. What?
The cat will make a
Yes.
noise at you. I think it was
Oh,
charcoal.
hell. It was charcoal? Okay. I thought
think
so.
so.
I think so too.
Let us know in the
'Cause we
comments
found
if
it in the
wasn't charcoal.
fire. Yeah, let me know.
The cat
Let
is
me
going to
know.
look up at you and mew, looking like a big black abyss with bright yellow eyes.
Oh, hello. How are you doing, you pretty kitty? Oh, you're doing well. See, you looked after the city while I was gone, I see.
It will leap off of the cart. This
Oh,
one yours?
charcoal.
The man
Yeah.
pulling the cart will say.
Well, I mean, you're mine in the sense that it was a stray when Vogler was burning and I saved it and it kind of just latched onto me since then.
Well, that's one given. Have a good night.
Are you giving out?
No, I'm
Stories?
collecting them. All sorts of people moving on, people trying to get out of the city. They forget their pets sometimes. Just making sure they're all taken care of. I got a
Oh.
shelter down on Emerald Lane.
Do you need a hand?
I mean, yeah, I only got 2.
Perfect. I have 2 more you can borrow.
Well, that's 4. That's almost as much of one of these guys.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Rizira's gonna leap up on the cart.
Well, you know the best part about this? You ain't that
What?
heavy.
Quite small.
And as you go to help take care of the pets, you'll see Mayolara's shop in the distance get smaller and smaller yet again.
Yet again, she gets distracted. Oh, that's so Riz. Oh, that's so Riz.
And you'll go spend a day taking care of pets and getting bit and clawed up by cats and dogs and
beautiful.
the occasional hamster.
Beautiful.
And so that's going to be your time. That night, in the knight's quarters, where you all end up staying, Kelara, you will go and have some dinner there late at night with Godfrey, and there'll be a bang at the door. And as the door is opened, you'll see that it's Kern and Landon, your brothers.
She'll just like drop everything and dash over.
Kern will give you the pickup swing, whipping you around in a big circle. You can tell he's pretty bruised up. His hands are like a little bit blistered.
Oh, did I forget to mention they were coming by?
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Training went a little late. I probably smell like a donkey. You always smell like a
Well,
donkey.
that's no different.
Ah, Landon will point at you.
They wanted me to pass along a message, but thought it would be better if they came and visited you themselves.
Your little brother Landon is going to run forward and give you a bit of a side hug. Did you bring me back anything cool from the Northern Wastes? Come on, what'd you bring?
Did. And she'll scrub his head.
Ah!
Catch him in.
Stop it. What'd you get? I got you something. I went down to the Kender shop. Did you know there's an entire shop ran by Kender down here? It's ridiculous. Yeah, I got you this. And he's going to hold up a, it's this like stone elephant that's like streaked with like bits of red stone. I don't know what it does, but it's like, it's cool.
She'll take it and look at it.
She said it was the elephant of surprise, but I don't get the joke. She thought it was really funny. What'd you bring me?
Oh,
My
I get it.
presents.
Ah! Where'd you come
Hello.
from? Yeah, you did kind of just like pop out of nowhere there. Godfrey said we could have dinner. I hope you don't mind. I brought some bread. Some guy was just
Excellent.
giving it out.
No. She's gonna poke him a bit and be like, "Have you been eating?"
Yeah, everything I can get my hands on. I've just been losing it all doing guard duty and mason work.
How have you guys been getting on?
Good. Worried about you. Yeah, we thought you died. Kern cried. I didn't... I'm glad you're home.
I'm wearing too much armor today.
You are wearing a lot of armor. God, if Mom and Dad could see you right now, they wouldn't believe it. Princess Pie Master wearing armor.
Dragon scale armor.
That's really weird, too, because I'd still be their favorite, Landon says.
Their favorite little pain in the butt.
Yeah, because you're their favorite
'Cause you
big
can-
pain in the butt.
No, I think you're the most pain in the butt. You've never been anything but
Yeah, it's because I'm exceptional.
at being a pain. And only being a pain.
I can do all sorts of things, okay?
She's just gonna pull him in for a hug at that point.
Glad you're back.
I'm glad to be back, but
Is Godfrey a knight yet? He's wearing knight armor. Are you a knight yet, dude?
yeah, Levna knighted him.
I am.
Who's Levna? I'm Levna.
So
Levna will say, as she kind of walks in the door. We having food or what?
Yeah.
Cool. I brought beer. She brings in a small, like, shoulder cask. Slams it down on one of the tables. I also found this. And she'll turn, reach out the door, and pick Rizira up by the vest and pull her in.
Ah!
Found her hanging out with a bunch of cats and dogs. I hope she doesn't have fleas. Do you have fleas?
No,
No more than
don't
usual.
think so.
All right. All right, who's drinking? Are you old enough to drink yet? She points at Landon. Yeah, I'm like 13.
Also, like, the world's ending, so...
I'll drink to that. Is this your brother? Levna
Yes,
will
they're
look
both my
over.
brother.
Anybody in your family have any color in their hair? You guys are so pale.
That's why you and Godfrey need to breed. You get some color into that family line.
Godfrey will just spill his beer all over the place.
We're all here, right?
Yeah, except for Hazeal. Hazeal is off doing dwarf things.
With that line and the spitting of the drinks, Aurontiros is just gonna like strum the lute. Brrrng.
So,
Wait. Wait, are you guys together now?
Look at you all, just losing cookie privileges right before the end of the world.
I didn't say... Kern's gonna put his hands up. I didn't say anything. I'm just wondering if you two are finally courting.
I'll say it for them. They are. Oh, they're courting.
It's a little slow, I'll admit, than what
Yeah,
we all
they're-
thought, but they're giving each other eyes, and I think, I don't know what else is behind closed doors, but they're she brought him back
Gorgeous.
to life, so, you know, he owes her a life debt now. Or something.
Wait,
I am extremely lucky.
Your sister is very powerful. Don't piss her off ever.
She is a priestess of Mishakal.
I'll drink to that. Kern will say. Yeah, I'll drink to that too. Levna will say. I'll drink to that 3, says Landon.
Rizira's gonna try and slide a hand something from Landon and see if he's getting better because that was what their first intro.
That's true. Can you do me a favor? What's your...
Mhm.
Can you make me an insight check?
27.
Okay, cool. You are going to realize that he's trying to sleight of hand you at the same time. You'll catch him. He only got an 18.
Mm-hmm.
And your passive perception is higher than 18. So make me a sleight of hand roll.
It's 22. Sleight of hand.
They're both slipping a hand into each other's like pockets.
Right? 25 for sleight of hand.
Oh yeah, that's no problem at all. You are going to manage to pull out a you are going to pull out God. You are going to pull out a leaf-shaped hairpin out of his pocket that you, when you unclick it, is about as sharp as a dagger. Hey, that's mine.
Yeah, and I got it. Unlike you.
Get it next time. I got that. There was some, like, merchant who was over at Mayulara's shop giving her all sorts of trouble, so I used what you taught
Okay,
me.
good. Yep. Good. I was gonna say, I'm like, I bet they'll not have been stealing from people that are down on their luck, because a lot of people are down on
No,
their
he
luck.
was being really mean to Kelara because they were helping like a bunch of people who couldn't afford stuff, so they were just giving away stuff from their shop.
Good.
But then this merchant was saying, oh, it was probably all stolen anyway, and so I borrowed some of his stuff to
Pay forward. But also you need to protect yourself, so this is good. Just make sure you don't hurt yourself. That's
Thanks.
sharp.
Did,
The best back.
Does anybody
Thanks.
have any of those coins that we got? The gold ones.
I believe Aurontiros has all of them.
I
in
had
the
to
bag.
develop a new spell for that because pouring them out was a lot more fun than putting
Oh my
them
god. Oh no.
back in the bag. Coincidentally, pretty close to 1,000 of them, actually.
Maybe we have one?
Yeah, go for it. Aurontiros will just like pull up the flap and hold it open.
I'll reach in and grab one and look at it because it's an old coin, right?
Very
Like,
old, yeah.
And it's gold. I'll look over at Kelara. Souvenir from the Northern Wastes.
That's really cool. Yeah, I'll take it. Gimme. Whoa.
So, you're pretty exceptional at a lot of things, right? You were talking about that earlier.
Uh-huh.
How good are you at hiding?
Like the best.
I know you want to help.
It's a really cool
When-
point.
When the army gets here, the best thing that you can do is show us all how good you are at hiding. Because then we won't have to worry.
I'm a pretty good shot. Like, just give me a crossbow.
Well, that is true. You can just tell from your form you've got the build of a
I do.
soon-to-be great archer.
Here,
well,
Rizira,
Godfrey,
go take
what
that
if-
apple and stand in the corner. I'll shoot it off your head.
Okay. Riz will do that.
Well,
Here, give me a
could
crossbow.
give
Give me a
him a
crossbow.
bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riz, what's your AC?
18.
Okay. So
Should I roll
I mean-
a d10?
yeah, roll a d10. So he
He's
has
shooting
a
the apple, correct?
He's shooting the apple, not Riz. He has a +2 dex mod, and he is proficient in crossbows because it's a simple. So he's got a 19,
Oh wow.
and
But is he
So-
going
Five.
for me or for the thing?
he's going that actually. So if you're giving him the bardic inspiration, he rolls it,
Oh, okay.
and I
Never
rolled
mind.
7 on his. So that's a 26. So he's gonna turn, and you're all gonna see him point a crossbow at Riz's head. The sight lines directly up with the center of her nose, and then he pivots it up, and the arrow is gonna ka-ping into the side of the wall, taking the apple completely with it.
Good shot.
Well,
See,
Wait a
I'm really
second.
good.
we need somebody who's really good with crossbow guarding the civilians.
I don't know. That's a pretty important job.
Both of you make me a deception roll.
Deception?
Am I making? it, or
yeah.
is-
Could I aid him?
Well, I don't
can-
know. I think he is one of the civilians. I don't know that he should be trying to guard them.
Yeah, Aurontiros, make me the civilian, or make me the deception roll with advantage.
Expertise. All right, so that's 16 plus 13.
Okay, yeah, that he got a 13 base, so I think you're gonna win. Yeah, no, I can do that. I can totally do that. I can absolutely do that. Just give me a bunch of bolts. I'll shoot any one of those son of bitches that comes our way. He says, kind of like looking at Kelara and then kind of muttering it away from her. All right, hero, enough of that, Levna says. We're not drinking nearly enough. Beer's up. The world's ending. Let's drink. Only one for you, though. If you're going to be pointing crossbows around tomorrow, you need to not have a hangover.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Sure.
I don't want any bolts in my ass.
Oh, good for you. I don't use a crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he uses a longbow.
To not having anything in our asses. Cheers.
Well, hang on.
And as
He's
you
also
say,
Aurontiros a side eye.
and as you say that, can I get an insight roll of everybody?
Oh.
Oh, that's actually really good.
Oh.
Oh. It's
This
an
is
ability
not-
check, isn't a crit fail, right?
Yeah.
14.
Dirty. Oh, wait, no. I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's just
You're looking at
10.
the wrong thing, buddy. You got to give me an insight check.
It's just 10.
Just
So
10.
13 with an
I'm
outline.
just 10.
Okay. Godfrey, Kelara.
14.
29.
Kelara, you were going to, so with Godfrey, you're not going to notice anything, but Kelara, as he says a whole now, you're going to notice that your brother Kern blushes a little. And you're going to get the vibe that he's been kind of like looking at Aurontiros a lot. Kind of in that shy, like, nah, it'll never, but still kind of vibe.
Kelara's just gonna raise an eyebrow at him.
What? What? I'm just trying to enjoy my beer.
She's just gonna keep staring until he breaks.
Make me an intimidation roll.
I think that's gonna be a 15.
Okay.
16.
It's not gonna work. You're powerful, but you're not.
Sure?
Drink your beer, pie princess.
You're blushing, Kern.
How's Godfrey's lance, Kelara?
I wouldn't know.
God, you're so slow.
I would say he's more slow.
Your entire party's
Not
slow.
asking the right question.
Well, maybe you should take some initiative.
That's fair. She's gonna kind of lean against her brother's shoulder and just be like, I had to wait until I was sure that he was not going to leave again.
You could have given him a reason not to leave.
Yeah, but then if he'd left anyways.
Hmm.
You remember how everybody treated Rosie.
Hmm. Fair. Well, no, I guess it wasn't, but... He's cute. It's fine.
Good. You admitted it.
Well, you're not going to intimidate me out of it. I don't find you scary, Kelara. I used to have to tuck you in.
Besides, I don't need to be scary with you. I just need to be irritating. And I've had years to learn to do that.
Yes, you are a master.
Landon only wishes he had half of my ability.
The camera's going to pan over where he and Riz are pulling each other's cheeks. Just... Yeah, but he's getting specialized training.
Riz is going to be just like pulling things. They're going to try and be instead of handing each other.
Yeah.
They basically each end up in each other's outfits and like in each other's like pockets.
Yeah.
And
Without
stuff.
having taken any clothing off, you're just wearing each other's clothes somehow. You're like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
The pickpocket skill, when you max it out in any Bethesda game, is ridiculous.
Basically, you just teleport, and then your pockets are full of cheese wheels, and you're like, how did that happen?
Yep.
Aurontiros, you're hearing everything.
Oh, I know.
It's too late. You've heard it all.
I've heard it all. The funny thing is, you'd think people would remember that elves have keen senses near them, but they're just so used to
being able
the
to
people
smack
being
talk their
around.
neighbors. Yeah.
Maybe they did remember.
All right. So as you drink your beer and as you eat the food that's been brought, is there anything else that you all are doing that night? Or just enjoying
How
your
much do we
company?
drink?
I think enough that you'll sleep well.
Okay.
It's beer. You're not going to get super tanked on the amount of beer between the 7 of you.
Well, hold on.
Well, you might.
Yeah.
Riz is just there with like a mini keg.
Where did you get that? Don't ask.
Don't ask. I found it. I borrowed it.
All right. With that, you have a good night. You spend time relaxing in each other's company. And soon enough, the morning comes. And with it comes the sound of panic inside. Comes the sound of unrest. A flying city has been spotted to the northwest of the city. And beneath it, the Red Dragon army has begun to march toward Kalaman. It's happening. And in the midst of it, as you hear the sound of bells, of the sound of crowding people, ushering about the city below the castle, you're going to hear a rap on the door that draws your attention. A soldier leans their way in. Excuse me. We could use your help. Marshal Vendry was hoping that you could take care of this. Okay, that's a lie. I'm hoping that you could help. One of the captains has closed the trade gate. I'm hoping that you can talk some sense into him without making a scene.
The people from Vogler were outside the city?
Yep, outside of the trade gate.
Yeah, that's not going to stand.
Oh.
Hi.
Do anyone want to bet which council member ordered that one?
It might just be somebody acting out of fear. We'll try not to make a scene, but that gate's going to be open.
Follow me. And with that, he leads you off to the beginning of a very long day. But I think we're going to go a little more depth into that when we come back from this break. So folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the part of the program. This is the part of the program where we're gonna briefly talk to the chat. Oh, my dinner was really big, and then I drank a lot of water from all the hydrates, and I'm very like bleh right now. So
What did I eat? I don't remember. I ate rice.
What did you eat?
I ate rice.
Okay, that's
Chicken yakisoba.
I had a sweet potato and lentil salad with feta and brisket.
a Githyanki soba.
That
What?
Not you. That's what
sounds great.
Githyanki soba sounds pretty great. It sounds
Yeah.
like it would be the source of your bruises.
But I want lentils and brisket now.
It was really good.
Me
Was
too.
it really good?
It was, yeah, it was HelloFresh. It was like an additional salad you could buy, and it was real good. Took 35 minutes to make, but it was mostly just like the roasting time in the oven. That was the hard part. Cutting things. was
waiting.
The waiting.
And now we play the waiting game. Oh, the waiting game. I wanted to play Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Now we're playing the get everyone inside the city game.
Now we're playing we're in the end game now game.
We're
All
in
right.
the end
Definitely
game.
has final save point vibes right now. It's definitely like this is the respawn point.
We have
I
had
have-
a long rest, I'm guessing, over the past couple of
Yeah,
days.
you guys had long rests. Totally.
We just woke up, so.
Yeah.
Everybody, take your
question.
long rest.
This is more like a quiz to see how much of a hipster my friends are.
Oh
10.
no.
Worse. Catan, good or bad board game?
Good,
I've only
good,
ever
I love
played it
it.
like I've played it like 5 times, so like pretty good, I guess.
I've had fun with it.
Yeah.
I haven't played it a
see, I
huge
see.
amount.
To the
Why?
board game aficionados, it's the monopoly of.
We don't
No,
talk about
here-
Monopoly.
We don't talk
I-
about
I can't talk
Monopoly,
about
bro.
Monopoly.
There's,
Like, what do you-
there's all the casual board games,
Yeah.
right? But then when you become an intermediate board gamer, Catan is the monopoly, and
Mm.
I know people, including myself, who would rather not play any board games at all than play Catan
I prefer
Oh.
again.
the one I've been really enjoying lately.
There's
when
just
I
so
have a
many
chance
games
is
better than Catan.
Dominion.
Dominion's
Dominion's
Yeah,
great.
Dominion's great.
It's great.
Yep. I was introduced
We
to
should do-
Dominion this year, and it's I need to convince my family to do it because it's better than Catan by a lot. My
We should
family's
do
super-
a
Thank
we should
you.
do a Dragonlance Dominion game.
We should.
It's gonna be fucking disaster.
I backed Vampire the Masquerade chapters, by the way. The
Oh, right. The big production game.
yeah, hold on. I want to show you something.
Oh.
This has been sitting next to my computer for 2 months now.
He backed chapters. How did I not know
I got
that?
left with my legs.
What is he grabbing?
I don't know. Oh fuck!
Wait,
Wow.
Oh,
what?
You guys
That's
want to
even
hear this?
bigger than
Ready?
fucking
Kelly-
Blood.
Kelly, when are we
Gloomhaven,
playing?
not Gloomhaven. Blood. What's the game?
Gloomhaven, yeah. No, the base
Yeah.
box is as big as Gloomhaven, then it's got all the expansions like the La Sombra pack and like
Oh my god!
Cal, do
I
you want to
wonder if
play
it's the case of-
Rose with me?
Too much packaging. I wonder how much packaging waste is there.
So
Did you
Yeah.
also back that vampire? What was the vampire game? That like mega board game?
it's like up in my I backed both of them because it was right at the beginning of the pandemic when I had a lot of money. Because
Yeah, yeah.
I had just finished my contract at like teaching, right? So I was like, oh, I got money. It's like $200. I can do this. It's a board game. We play board games all the time. We're always getting together in person and playing board games.
Me too, man. When it came, it's like 4.5 feet long by 2 feet wide, and I'm like,
It's a
and it goes
coffin?
to like 24 players. Yeah.
let
like
me
a
know when
coffee
we're
table.
playing that, Kelly.
Let me know what I'm playing. Honestly, it's at the point right now where I'm just like, does anybody want to buy it off me? Like, just take it. Take it. Nobody has room
Make
for
sure
it.
it goes to a good home.
God. Good home. It's just, man, like,
It's
nobody has
different
time
now.
for board games anymore.
I know. Things are different. I'm not going to get 24 people together to play that thing.
some of our old friends keep messaging me, like, when's the next LARP? I'm like, I don't have time to do a LARP, guys.
Of course
Like,
they're messaging you. Everyone's just like, Kelly hasn't run a LARP for a while because you run some LARPs and then you stopped and said you're never gonna do it again, and then a little while later you start doing it again because you get a cool idea and you do that, and then but now you've got this, so you have your creative outlet. And
I'll do LARPs if people. There's not. No, I still get emails about it though from people at the university because I used to be the president of a LARP club, and like I get email like they're pulling membership lists from 2018.
Nord.
What?
I said Nord. Nord.
Nord.
I got 2 emails last week within 2 days of each other saying, "Is there a LARP?" I haven't responded to them yet because I'm just like, I don't want to start your.
There's a thing on
nobody-
Kickstarter, Kelly, for Dungeon Helper dice. It's a bunch of dice for just rolling NPCs.
What?
It's Dungeon Helper dice character creation.
That's nice.
The set is 1 for gender, race, class, alignment, level, and disposition.
Huh.
How many sides does the gender dice have?
Gender's D8.
It's a D20.
It's a T20. Yeah.
Extra life game. Everyone's character is just made from rolling the dice at the beginning of the game.
All right.
I'll run that.
Right. I'm browsing Kickstarter now. Oh,
don't do it. There's a villainous smell dice coming out soon.
Villainous.
Yeah, it's like I have like some dice in my cupboard right now that smell like oud and leather, or oud. Christine, how's it pronounced? You were just talking about it the other day. Old oud.
What?
Oud.
AUD.
AUD or OULD?
AULD?
I think so.
AULD.
Like old
It's pronounced
Lang
oud.
Yeah, I think so. But like it's that and
Old?
leather. But there's like some more scents that are coming that are like villainous and spicy. And I'm like,
Maybe I should.
Villainous.
maybe I should.
Spicy.
We're talking about betrayal. You mean Betrayal on House on the Hill, chat? Is that?
Yep.
We have
Betrayal House on the Hill.
on our YouTube. We tried to do a board game play of
The
that
Legacy
in like
one.
2019. Yeah, Legacy, and those are
Legacy
still
Betrayal.
up. You can find those on our YouTube. They're not great because it was like 2 webcams and a big table, and we're just starting out and just learning how to do stuff. But you can go see how we played.
You can see the learning curve.
You can, and then we moved completely online because it's way easier. And our filming space is very small. We're not actually in a castle.
What?
I
Lie.
mean, you're in a
Hold
castle.
on.
My house is my castle. My castle was. It still is under alert right now
There's a
too.
betrayal at Baldur's Gate.
There's
I have
Betrayal
that,
at
by
Baldur's
the
Gate.
way.
Nice.
I haven't. I've only gotten to play it once.
So I
Stole
am.
dragon eggs.
I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to visit my mom on Friday. So I'm flying down to Kansas City and spending some time down there. Also, there's a big Extra Life United thing in July this year that's in Kansas City. So if any of the Dork Tales team wants to go to that, we can just stay at my mom's house. She's got like 3 extra bedrooms. I'm just saying. Maybe.
I've only ever been to Seattle and Vegas.
What are you
Both
trying
at
to?
the
What are
extent.
you weighing, Robin? You're muted. You're muted. I can't hear you.
I said SDCC Extra Life.
Yeah, if we can get tickets
SDCC
and run
Extra
panels at Comic-Con, yeah, SDCC, obviously.
Yeah.
Because then we can.
I'm just saying that to weigh out options for carving out time in the summer.
Yeah, we got to option out way and way out options.
Yeah.
What else? But so like I'm probably gonna be doing some more Baldur's Gate Let's Plays over the next couple days because I'll have to do something when I'm up at 3 a.m, and I might as well film it. So if anybody wants, I'll be doing it on my laptop, so it's gonna grind a bit. But if anybody wants, what should I play? I'm thinking, should I play a Gith Yankee Doodle?
They're fun.
I'm thinking
A Gith Yankee
Gith
Doodle
Yankee
Dandy?
I think you should roll randomly.
Maybe.
Or let the
I don't-
chat decide.
I
Let
don't
them
want to
vote.
continue my
the thing
last
about
playthrough
letting the
'cause that guy's a
chat
loser.
aside, the thing about letting the chat decide is you either end up with a gnome with a rainbow like mullet,
Mhm.
or
I'm
you
not seeing
end
a
up with like
downside.
a bald like Githyanki. Like you just end up with the most ridiculous like kind of characters. And here's the thing. It's more rewarding to play a hot character.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
If I have to
Are you
look at
saying
them in
this-
a cutscene all the time, I want my character to look good.
Right? I can't take it seriously when the character's like putting their Riz on, doing the Tav faces. But like they're gnome and they're like looking up at Kelara for uppies. And I'm like, there's all she's into like all types. Kelara's like great. Kelara, Karlak. I said Kelara.
Kalarlak.
Karlak. Can you imagine if they fused?
I was kind of like, what have you been doing in this game of yours, Cal?
I made my guardian. I made my main character Aurontiros, and I made my guardian Hazeal, which is like
This is-
super.
Cal, you're
Fuck.
just validating the slash fiction joke I made at the beginning of Dragonlance. I don't think I told any of you, but I think I was talking to Christine about it. I'm like, you
The
can
slash
do
fiction?
like slash fiction of any pairing of Dragonlance.
Oh,
and
you
it
said
kinda
that.
works. Did I tell that to you too? Because
Yeah.
Oh, I
like,
missed that.
because Riz and Hazeal could work, Riz and
Yep.
Kelara could work, Godfrey and it only works in certain ways actually. So Godfrey Kelara, Godfrey Aurontiros, Godfrey Levna, those could all work. Hazeal Levna, Levna Aurontiros,
Riz.
Levna Riz could probably work. Levna Kelara, Levna's like the Omni tool. She fits anywhere. Hazeal only works with like Levna or maybe Riz. But you're just kind of proving the point there that the Kelara and Aurontiros ship could easily have happened.
There was a moment.
There was a moment I was thinking there was going to be a love triangle. A love dodecahedron.
I don't. Orange
Some
Tears, I
fire.
definitely get the. I don't specifically know Aurontiros's sexuality, but
It's elven magic.
It's elven magic, and they seem a little more on like
And very mysterious.
the ace side. They haven't really shown a ton of attraction either way for things.
Well, there was that one time that they were trying to get us on that other ship because there was somebody they were flirting with.
It's been subtle. The thing is that like you think that Godfrey
Subtle.
plays the slow game. Godfrey only has 100 years to do it. Aurontiros has like 600 years to play the slow game.
Yeah.
Also,
He
he likes
doesn't
them
even
all.
remember people's names until like the 10th time he's heard them.
I really want to talk about a joke from an anime I should not talk about on stream. So let's
Or do
move
you?
on.
Okay.
I don't
Back
think we
to
should
game.
talk about interspecies reviewers. I don't think we should on stream.
You showed me an episode of that.
I did. Remember the elf who only liked to hire old human women because they were aged
Yep.
the correct
Yep.
age. Like, what the
Well, that
hell?
makes sense. That makes sense.
Yep.
They're so full of life. Like, what? It is basically hentai, but it's a very funny show. If it's your type of humor, go for it. You have to be kind of a pervert. So of course I showed it to Robin.
Yep.
All right.
True facts.
So y'all ready to hop back in?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So folks, it is time to head back in to Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen here on the Dorky Tales. And be sure to come by tomorrow night if you are watching this live for Fandelver and Below episode 0. That's going to begin at 7 p.m. Pacific right here. It's going to be up on YouTube on, I guess, Saturday, I think. And then episode 1 is on Monday at 7 p.m. It's going to be running every Monday with broadcast happening on YouTube on Wednesdays. So that should be a lot of fun, and I hope you join us for that because it's going to be great. Christine, you excited for that?
Maybe.
Maybe. It's going to be
That
good.
was the most like close to chest maybe I've ever heard. I can't tell if that was nefarious or
It can be both.
mysterious.
Well, we will
If you
find
combine
out.
mysterious and malicious, you get Mephistus.
It's a good name for a kid. I'll write that down. Mephistus, finish your homework.
Never.
Throw holy water on him. All right, folks. With that, it is time to head back into Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, right here on Dork Tales. And let's do it. You make your way down to the portcullis of the Trade Center to find that it's been lowered. Dozens of anxious civilians gather outside of it, banging on the gate and pleading for entry. Inside the gate, Kalaman soldiers stand with spears ready, nervously eyeing the gate and their stern captain. There are 8 Kalaman soldiers there, and you can see that there are dozens of travelers and residents of the trade camps outside seeking refuge in the city. The captain is standing at the gate barking orders. Make sure they don't come in. The city's full. You need to go now. We can't risk the safety of the city on a few outsiders. You were all approaching at that point. What do you do?
The city was saved by a few outsiders several times.
And who might you be? Ah, Kender. The ones from Vogler. Your input here is not welcome. You should be on your way. I'm sure you have more important things to do. He eyes you up and down, a stern-faced white man with a big scar bisecting one of his eyebrows and his helmet tucked under his arm. You can see that his hair, what little remains, is kind of a horseshoe around the back of his head. The rest has been scraped down by a straight razor to nothing.
Open the gate.
I've had reports that Draconians...
No, I don't care. Open the gate. If they are not welcome here, I'm out there with them. And that includes the Dragonlance with me. That includes the Priestess of Mishakal. That includes the people who have saved the city, and you can bet the council will not be happy that we are not here. Now open the gate, and I will leave until you let all of them in.
Making an intimidation roll with advantage for that, Godfrey, because that got me, buddy. Good job.
Oh, what's my intimidation? 21.
Fine. But if any of these refugees turns out to be a Draconian in disguise...
There will be Draconians in the skies, but not amongst these people.
Listen to the night. Open the gate. Stay on alert. You never know what type of things are gonna slime their way through.
I will watch the people coming in. I know I haven't been in Vogler for a while, but I did spend some time with the refugees. Just want to make sure there's nobody that's suspicious looking.
Yeah, I was gonna say Riz is probably trying
Just
to
in case.
get a vantage point to try and scan the crowd.
Sure. Both of you make me perception or insight rolls.
That'll be a nice big 16.
16? Riz?
They are both the same. So that'll be a 26.
26?
Mm-hmm.
Looking through, you can see that, no, it appears that the people that are heading in are some of the ones who were in the trade camps where some of the Vogler residents were folded in. Most of them had been brought inside of the city, but there must have been some stragglers. It looks like some of the older ones, some of the families. You can see a couple of young children being carried through. None of them look at all suspicious. Godfrey, you're pretty sure. You see a lot of familiar faces from around the Vogler refugees. But Riz, you're almost entirely sure. Kelara, what are you doing? Aurontiros, what are you doing?
I think Clara's just waiting to see if more is going to be needed or not, or if Godfrey and Riz have it in hand.
Sounds good.
Going to get to high ground and see how far out the approaching armies seem to be.
Okay. So climbing onto high ground and looking with your elven eyes in the distance, you are going to see... It's going to be here by maybe tonight. And as you are watching... Riz, how high up are you? Because you said you climbed up a bit as well. Did you go all the way, like, up onto the walls to look? Or are you kind of just a vantage point above the flood of people that are coming in through the gate?
If she would have had time, she would have gone up all the way onto the top of the walls.
Okay. So as you and Aurontiros are up at the top there, you are going to see... You're going to see that the Citadel is approaching. This giant black shape in the distance, crackling with that purple fire. However, you're also going to spot something else. A dragonelle ridden by two figures, flying south across the water. It flies over the spires of Kalaman. And both of you are going to see that the dragonelle doesn't appear to have any markings of the Red Dragon Army. I'd like a perception roll off of both of you.
I was going to say, is it a bronze dragonelle versus a red dragonelle?
Ooh. 30.
30. Okay.
I rolled a natural 20 for 32.
Okay, both of you are going to see that in the midday sun, or the early morning sun, I should say, the scales are glinting a burnished bronzy color, not red.
Mm-hmm.
Let's...
Do you think our help from Heart's Hollow's coming?
Is it looking for something, or is it landing somewhere?
It is swooping up toward the city, toward the spires of the castle.
Toward the spires. All right.
I think we should go meet
We'll
her.
head there.
Yeah.
That seems to be where it's going to
Godfrey,
perch.
Kelara, I think our help arrived.
Sorry, what?
I think our help arrived. From Heart's Hollow.
Well,
yeah,
at least word of something.
If you guys need to check that out, go for it. I want to make sure this... I'll look over at the gate captain. Just like, I want to make sure this goes smooth.
It will be as you said, sir, the captain says. Make me an insight roll.
17?
He seems like he's properly cowed. And you notice that when his troops are standing there, they're looking more toward you than him.
It's one thing to take matters into his own hands without having any of his own orders. But, well, to dismiss Solamnic Knight's direct orders would be treason during this time.
It would be unadvisable, sir. I assume as a knight you'll be taking responsibility for anything that should occur with his gate open.
Which is why I need to stay. just until they get in. Go on without
So
me. I'll
be it.
catch up.
All right, see if you can find Hazeal on your way as well. Make sure she gets in. If she's
Keep
gone,
my
or
eye
she's in
out.
the city. I don't know where. I don't know where Hazel's gone off to.
Okay. All right. So what's the plan? Do the other three of you head back up into the castle? Okay. It takes you a few minutes to make your way up there. But as you round the ramparts and make your way up into that courtyard again, you are going to see on a broken stone buttress jutting from the ancient tower wall perches an exhausted dragonel, its coppery scales glimmering in the sunlight. Two figures tend to the dragonel, one in rugged leather, the other wearing the armor of a knight of Solamnia. You'll recognize Clystron and Darrett. Good girl. Yeah, you did a good job. Good job. He's a boy, by the way. How can you tell? It's not, there's nothing, You could ask him. I'll be sure to do so next time. Very sorry, Mr. Dragonel, sir. Kelara! Rizira! Aurontiros! Calls out to you. You made it back.
We did.
As did you.
Did you fare well?
It was a fairly short journey, actually.
I see you've found similar methods of shortening the journey.
Yeah. What's happening? Is everything okay?
Well, it's a long story, but as he's saying this, can I get all of you here to make me a perception roll, please? You could also use animal handling if it is preferable.
26 for perception again.
26?
24.
Okay.
Riz always beats me by 1 or 2.
Yep.
One day I'll get a higher initiative than her.
Perception, but yeah. Kelara, what'd you get?
It's a 17.
17? Okay, you're going to have an inkling of this once you... actually, Kelara, as you are looking at this Dragonel is going to, like, nudge over toward you and start, like, sniffing at your bag. Kind of familiarly. And as it does, Aurontiros and Riz, you're going to recognize this as one of the Dragonels that dropped you off in Kalaman. This is Rebel.
Oh.
Ooh.
She's gonna very gently kind of flick the nose away from her bag. So she can open it and hand him the cookie.
He gives you a bit of an annoyed hiss, much like a cat would.
That's how you get cut off from cookies.
It's going to cower a bit before your threat.
She'll give it another cookie.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Making friends with all the animals through cookies.
Not long after we parted ways with you, we were almost near the water when Clystron, and I guess this was midday yesterday, Clystron arrived with this Dragonel. Managed to soar close to the flying citadel. And we've got some good news. There's, the tunnels that you mentioned, the ones that you used to infiltrate Onyari, they're all through the citadel's base as well.
Right.
They have the same eerie light shining out of them. And, I think that, think we might be able to sneak in that way. Or some of us, anyway.
So,
Take it out from inside.
you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying it's probably a suicide mission. But if anybody could survive that, I think it's probably the 6 of you. I've got a plan, but I'm open ears. We've got some more Dragonels incoming as well. We didn't come alone.
How the Citadel, how is it guarded? Are there lots of army
Dragonels.
officers flying around on Dragonels?
Undead dragons, Dragonels everywhere. There's no way that we could just go and do it. This is the problem. As far as I can tell, it's surrounded by all sorts of aerial creatures. The only chance that we would have is if there was some type of diversion. I think that we have to let it attack Kalin to give you a chance. While its forces are too busy trying to siege the city, they won't be there to rebuke you. I agree with what he says. I might be able to find some other Dragonels in the region as well. We've got a few more coming down to help you get in. Well, I mean, presumably, at least. I can't take all the credit. It wasn't my idea. Nez says hi, by the way.
And the Citadel has passed by Heart's Hollow.
What? Yeah, long ago. It's fine. I mean, nobody knows where Heart's Hollow is. It's, it's pretty well hidden.
Okay, good.
But, I mean, she's coming here to help. She's the one that's bringing the dragon.
Coming?
Yeah, she's the one that's bringing the Dragonels. I couldn't fly them all here.
Huh. Well, that's just wonderful.
She said something about how you got some pushy priestess. Managed to convince her to come out of the hole.
That's Miss Pushy Priestess.
Well, I mean, she was smiling when she said it. Don't get me wrong. At least I think she was. She's a weird one. She did say hi.
That's true.
She said she wanted me to thank you for convincing her to help. I assume that's positive.
Well, you've done it. You tamed a Dragonel, and you've flown on one. Is it everything you've ever wanted?
I gotta be honest. It is.
Pretty cool.
Oh, it's the best. Well, once we get this fella rested up, I'm gonna go and see if I can round up any others in the area as well.
That sounds like a great plan, Clayster. Thank you so much for helping. Once all the Dragonels are gone, you should maybe take one. Are you staying and fighting? Or are you going back to be safe? Because you should definitely return to Heart's Hollow, in my opinion.
I'll I'll be heading back when I'm sure none of them are gonna follow me.
Good.
But I gotta stick around and make sure the Ness has a ride home.
Right. Has to be a way that we can.
I mean, it's not like she's gonna fly herself home. She's gonna need at least one Dragonelle.
Well, maybe you'll end up flying on a dragon before all of this is over.
Whew! Wouldn't that be a hoot? That would be quite a hoot. Well, I think I should go check in with Marshal Vendry. Are you okay with? Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to go grab Godfrey. He's by the trade gate as well.
I think I'll do that. And actually, about that point, Godfrey, you'll probably be showing up about this time. If you stayed to make sure the refugees made it through.
Yep.
So you're gonna round the corner and see your friends up there next to this Dragonelle. Forsooth, my bro.
Sir Derek.
Sir Godfrey. Well met. Cha. What do you think of my
Bring
ride?
good news, I hope.
The troops are on their way. We shouldn't be that much longer. Well, I'm not sure if we're going to beat this to it. He gestures to the Citadel. Basically, I'm asking if you're all right with a mission of most bogus proportions. As I said to your
Those are
friends,
the ones we're good at.
the tunnels beneath the Citadel are still open. Once their flying forces attack the city, you all can take some Dragonelles and sneak in. Go right up and blow it up. Or stop it, at least. Try not to drop it on Calaman, I guess.
There must be a way to get to it and into it without having it arrive at Calaman.
Not that
I
I
can make
think
one. That spell I've cast on Rizira to make her move unseen to others. I can only focus on one being at a time, and even then for not very long.
I guess you'll just have to work fast.
We should find Hazeal. Maybe she might be able to figure out if there's
So there's that
anything
potion
to try and-
lady.
anything that can
Sure.
help us bring this down. Because once we get inside, like, we need to have an idea of what to do. We can't just go in blind.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. I mean, Hazel knows that magic lady. Maybe we could see if there's any, like, you can cast it, but maybe there's like a drinkable version. Maybe we could all take.
Does such concoctions exist?
I mean, we have like ability to heal through drink, and
It is worth seeing through.
no.
How stands the hour? Do we have time to visit this? To prepare?
I think we should probably prepare as much as we can. But
That should be something we look into, Rizira.
I think everyone else should look into that. I think she's still a little upset with me from that
Yes,
one.
I was not there during that, but I heard.
Yeah. Not my finest moment, but kind of how I'm teaching Landon about using your fingers for good versus evil.
All right.
Definitely was not good.
Well, unless you have any further inquiry, prithee, I think we should meet back up before Eve.
I agree.
What about, I know it's a bit of a long shot, but Lord Baccaris seemed to at least have an idea of some stories on the city. Perhaps there's something there that might be able to lead us towards a way to shut one of them down.
Well, I mean, it's just you wore this, and I tried. It seemed like I wanted to attune to it to control, but you just needed time. Riz is pointing to the crown she still has on her head.
It was the
From
chair,
the-
not the crown, if you remember. It was the chair.
Oh right. I thought you said something about the crown. Oh no, I tried to attune to it, and if there was nothing. Yes,
There's nothing, yeah.
this was a nice crown.
It's a pretty nice crown.
Makes it official.
I mean, I think it's very similar to the other thing when, like, that dragon sat in a throne. The throne controlled the city. So I think we
So-
just have to
Destroy the
Yes.
throne.
destroy the throne.
Or
sit
something
on
like
it.
that. I have no doubt that you'll be able to bring it down from the inside if you can get inside of there safely. You are
We might
good
need
at
to try and get
wrecking.
it away from the city before we destroy the throne, though.
That would be preferable. Unless we wanted to
I don't know if it
expand
would
the
be a
city
slow
rapidly.
descent or just a vroom.
I would aim toward the
feel like
land to
it'll
the south.
it-
It would be quite the most excellent tourist attraction once the Red Dragon army is destroyed.
Towards the plains
is
in the
true.
south.
Yeah, make sure you go and like eradicate that. The temple that was raised, that was a temple to Takasis, so that's like quite evil.
Perhaps the water in the north then might be better to aim it for. Also, keep people away from the. Wasn't it built on a graveyard of dragons or something?
Yeah.
Perhaps we don't want tourists messing around with it.
Fair. Well, I'm going to go and check in. And I'll see you at evening. It's good to see all of your
That sounds good.
faces. Hazeal did make it back, right?
Yeah, she said something
Yes.
about dwarf mage shit.
Then I'll be seeing you shortly, and hopefully with Hazeal in tow. And he will nod and depart, leaving you there with Clystron, who's watering and brushing the Dragonelle. Or however you service a Dragonelle. What are you all doing in the meanwhile? What was the plan?
Probably, yeah, using everything at our disposal. So visiting that.
Mhm.
Oh, she would be wonderful to go and meet the fellow mage at that potions shop.
Mhm.
Now that I
You
join her, and
You head back to the maid shop. The lot of you make your way down there. And when you do, you'll find the building's not there anymore.
is
As
there
in it
anything
should
there in its stead?
No, you count up the street. And you're like, it's right here, the second one on the... And there's an entirely different building there.
Is it kind of like
Yeah,
two-
it's
the two
almost like
buildings
someone did a
beside it just
select...
squeezed together?
Yeah. The cobbler shop is now directly next to that old house with the garden baskets in the windows.
Well, we couldn't have expected her to stay.
And as you're standing there, can I get a perception roll off of anybody with the observant feat?
I always get observant and alert.
I think you have both
Observant.
of them, don't you?
Yes. Those are two different things, right?
Yeah.
Is that
Yes,
why
because
I'm getting confused?
I have alert, which is the +5 to initiative.
Yeah.
You have
and
alert,
cannot be
I have
suppressed.
observant.
Yes,
That's
you have
it.
observant, I have alert.
15. 15 plus. My brain is going. Perception, right?
Yeah.
26.
26.
Dang.
Kelara.
22.
22. That is both well enough. As you are looking around that area for the shop, you are going to notice that the two buildings that are right next to each other, there is like a very small alleyway between them that is perhaps, I mean, honestly, it's not so much an alleyway so much as a gap between buildings that you could probably fit between if you don't worry about scraping your elbows. We're talking like 2 feet between them. And along them, you can see that the building on the right has a bunch of window boxes and a bunch of roses that are planted outside. And as you look there, you're going to see that the roses that are leaning over this little picket fence on the right, one of the rose bushes has a little snag of bright red hair on a thorn. Both of you will recognize it as being the same burnished color as Hazeal's. Your friend was here. You're not sure how long ago.
This
You see
was
this
the
as
right
well.
spot. Right? That's Hazel's hair.
You see it as well. Very, very distinct. Which means...
I don't know.
Which means that the shop has only disappeared recently. Because Hazeal would have just walked by had the shop not been here. I mean, I suppose we could ask the neighbors instead of speculate.
You know how to make Rizira disappear. Could you make the shop disappear? Like, could it still be here somewhere?
Well, it's not so much... Unless it's like an illusion. But
Magic's like
that's
that
where it should be,
can
but there's a
exist.
building there. That's not it.
But how was this building here before, when the other building was here?
It's kind of like how there are 1,000... there are 999 gold coins in this bag. It could be some magic that changed reality of a sort without being destructive on the environment.
What are the two shops that are here now? Or the,
One of
Are
them
they
is a
shops?
cobbler.
One's just
And
an
I
old
think
house
one-
and one's a cobbler.
Could just ask the neighbors. Don't think they'd welcome an elf knocking on their door during this worrying time, but a night of Solamnia could probably put
okay.
a smile on their face.
Yeah, we can try that. I want to... You said, though, it might be an illusion? Kelara?
Well, I didn't say that it was, but
Whereabouts would the door have been if the... Because I went in there once before, right?
Mhm.
Whereabouts would the door have been?
It's like a
Like-
space-time thing. It's like, not that the door would have been there. It's like that the space where the shop was just moved together.
Or does it
And
just
now-
look like that?
I don't know.
I'm going to try and walk into a wall.
Okay.
Kalara's gonna laugh at you.
Roll
I'm
for
gonna spend a drama
roll
bomb.
for walking into wall.
Roll for walking into a wall.
Roll for walking into a wall. I'm going to try and see if I can figure out where the door might have been if it was an illusion and just try and walk into it. What am I rolling?
Roll me a d20.
I got a 1.
Roll for
Did you
wall.
actually?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, you're gonna walk into a wall, and there's gonna be a horrible noise as you break your nose.
Oh,
Well,
Ugh.
even if
God.
there was a doorway, there's nothing to say the
illusions
door
are
would be open.
real. Unless you can see through them. And
I hate this magic shit. Oh.
you love it.
Okay. All right, let's try.
Oh wow, you've got red on you.
Yeah,
Blood
yeah.
streaming down your face.
I think I broke my nose again.
Oh, that's why it's straight now. It went a little to the left before, and now it's...
Godfrey, you feel a tingling inside of your fingers. This warmth that feels like it wants to flow out of your hands as you lay your hands on that broken nose. Do you let it?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to snap your nose back into position. And it doesn't really hurt. It's more like cracking your knuckles than anything else. And as you pull it, your nose is straight again. In fact, it's even maybe a little straighter than it was before you just broke it. It's still a little bloody, but like, it looks like the nosebleed has stopped. It's now just that coagulated blood inside of your nose that you'll need to kind of blow out with a tissue.
Huh. You know, I was just kidding, but I did meet a boxer once whose nose pointed all the way to the left, and then he retired when he broke his nose a third time, and it was finally straightened out. But that's... I thought you always had a hooked nose, but here we are.
Is that you? We'll look at Kelara.
What?
Oh, stop bleeding. I'll take something off, or I'll take out like just like a
You
little
probably
piece
have a
of clothing
handkerchief or
something.
something.
Yeah, and just not the favor from Kelara. That thing is sacred. And I will clean off my face, and well, it was worth a shot, I guess.
Is your nose straighter than before, Godfrey?
It is, right? That's what I was saying.
How did you get it straighter?
Godfrey has interesting luck.
Hey,
Do you also heal people?
no, that's only someone like Kelara can do that.
I mean, Paladine kind of blessed you with the lance. Maybe the lance has given you a little bit of healing magic.
I'm sure there's gods other than Mishuko who can give healing abilities.
Oh, you know what? Maybe. I mean, the old knights before the gods left used to be able to heal minor injuries. Maybe this is a good sign.
Yeah. Gods
It
are on
means
my
that you're-
favor, and that's good.
It means that you're built tough. Built different, even.
like those wonderful fjords that we passed.
You know, sometimes a little voice whispers in my ear and helps me with jokes.
Oh.
Do all of you have that?
Sometimes.
Oh, so it's not just me.
I don't know. It's myself talking, I guess.
Maybe it's an elf thing.
Hmm.
Maybe it's Paladin.
You know when you're at night meditating? Thank you, I've been waiting to make a joke like that. Maybe it's just been Rizira sneaking up on me and whispering in my ear.
And just in your sleep, in your trance, just.
Maybe it's Candor Queen.
Oh.
I mean, I think the one that actually would apply to like Godfrey is like L'Oreal or something.
Yeah. Godfrey, L'Oreal, Highvalor.
The flipping hair.
You guys simultaneously flipped, by the way.
Tresume, Tresume, ooh la la.
Oh, you guys are
Trizaltame.
killing me. Oh god damn.
All right, so you
Okay.
all are standing out in front of this building. Is anybody doing anything different aside from watching Godfrey massage his sinuses?
Hazeal.
Asking a
Hazeal.
neighbor. Just gonna go and knock on a door and be like, hello,
So you'll knock on. Are you going to the cobbler or are you going to the house?
let's go to the cobbler.
Okay, so heading into the cobbler, you're going to see that there is a dwarf sitting behind a counter, fastidiously working away on a pair of boots. He's middle-aged, balding, with like these big strips of comb over. Looks up at you over his bushy beard with streaks of silver in it. Yep, what can I do for you?
Good morning.
Oh yeah, no
don't
wonder you need those
suppose-
things spruced up.
Oh, don't worry, I have it. And I'm just gonna reach down and use mending on
Okay.
the boots.
All right, I'll allow it. Mending normally takes a minute, but I'll allow you to slowly play with your boot.
Slowly play with my boot while I'm talking with them.
Yeah, I suppose that works. What can I do for you? My name's Korik.
Warwick.
Yep. Korik Mindminder. What can I do for you? If you ain't here
Don't
to get some
suppose you-
boots.
Remember that there was a magic shop next to you.
Yeah, there was.
You happen to know what
I
came
don't
of
got no idea where it went.
magic
One day
stuff
it wasn't there. I figured it's magic bullshit.
is magic bullshit.
I don't trust mages. Hey, that robe of yours pretty roby.
I was gonna say, looks at Aurontiros' robes.
Are you a
pretty
mage?
roby. No, just an elf.
Just an elf. Yeah. Her place
I mean,
disappeared
that's-
yesterday.
I mean, that's my name, Justin Elf. Nice to meet you. I shake his hand.
Sure. Hi, how's it going?
Well, it was yesterday or the day before when it left this realm.
Guess it was yesterday morning, so maybe over the night. I went to bed the day before yesterday and it was still there. You looking
Alright.
for that red-robed one?
Oh, you've seen her.
Yeah, red-robed dwarf. Who doesn't recognize one of those? You don't get very many dwarves that dress like they're gonna go do like a pageant show like you.
Probably the only time you'll see it in your life.
Yeah, probably. She went in there.
Don't suppose you know if she came out?
Nah, I didn't see her come out.
Well,
Maybe the crazy witch lady ate her. You know, we dwarves are quite delicious.
I've heard that, and it's weird to me that you would say that.
Listen, buddy. You just magicked your shoes in my shop, thereby implying that my trade is
Oh.
useless.
Oh, no, I'm not implying that your trade is useless at all.
I've got 15 sets of soldier boots to finish up here before end of day. Before the sky literally falls on us. And I'm sleepy too.
You really don't seem concerned that the sky's going to fall on you.
Do you know how many times the sky's all... Look, I'm a mountain dwarf. Alright. I'm used to having the sky above me.
That's fair. And
What
it's
I am
fallen on you a
concerned
few
with-
times?
Yeah, I took a stalactite or two. Who doesn't? Alright. I came here to work. I'm one of the finest leather workers in all of Solamnia. All of Nightland. All of Kryn. And if I don't get the men and women on the walls, their boots, before I pass out, or who's gonna defend my shop?
Oh, well,
If you're looking for some weird mage thing, go do mage stuff elsewhere. Or
Well
spend
met.
some money.
I'll give him all my steel that I have on me.
What? Just
I flip him 2 steel coins. I flip him 2 steel coins, which is all I have on me.
I'll take it. Alright. What's everybody else doing while Aurontiros is in the shop?
Riz is looking intently at the crack where the 2 buildings should be.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of look around the shop and just wander around looking at things, try and see if anything seems out of place with this cobbler.
Riz,
Shop.
if you cross your eyes, you can make the buildings move apart again. Did you know that?
Whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty
Whoa.
rad.
But yeah, no, Riz is looking outside for evidence of trying to get Hazeal back.
Okay. Sounds good. Kelara, what are you doing?
I think just kind of trying to keep an eye out for stuff. I don't really know what to do here. Like, there doesn't really seem to be anything to specifically do.
I look for clues.
Fair. Fair. So you wait there until Aurontiros heads out. Godfrey scours the area. It does appear this place is just gone.
You know what? I'm going to reach into my bag, seeing the confusion where we are, and I'm going to eat that pink cereal that Rizira gave me from her bag. Having advantage the next time I follow my nose wherever it goes. And using the hair, I try to bloodhound Hazeal's location.
All right. So that'll cancel out your disadvantage. I'll say you can roll flat.
Aurontiros, what does your elven nose smell?
What do your elf nose smells?
Did I
I'm
actually
rolling
give
flat.
you guys that?
No, it was very random. It was probably a joke. You don't have to give it to me. But Rizira pulled out like a weird pink fruity cereal like sphere. And I said,
I'll allow
"Ooh,
it. Sure.
candy."
Why not? Ooh, why not?
The fact that you wrote that down is like.
And I wrote it down. It was forever ago.
This is
and
what
I
you get
wrote
for
it
keeping
down.
notes, folks.
Yep.
Well done. Well played.
I have a bunch of weird shit written down, but I don't have that.
24.
Okay. The smell leads you down the alley.
This way. And Cape billowing behind them. They run down the alley.
Riz is gonna like grab onto Aurontiros' cape, like, you know, like a dog on a leash, and just like bloodhound follow
Alright.
him.
Kalara and Godfrey, what are you doing?
Just kind of
I've
watching
been waiting.
amusedly follow.
Okay.
Been waiting 6 months. Eat this cereal.
So good.
It's very
so
fresh.
good.
You're lucky it wasn't Frankenberry.
I will follow.
Okay, so Godfrey, you're on the other side of the alley, and you're watching Aurontiros come toward you. And as you're standing on the edge of the alley, Aurontiros, you are going to head immediately down the alleyway. And can you please do me a favor and make me an Arcana roll?
Ruh-roh. Arcana, you say?
Yep. And Godfrey, can you make me a strength save?
Yes. I can. So that will be a 21.
A 21. All right.
15.
Okay. So, Aurontiros, you are going to smell forward, and as you move up about 2/3 down this alley, you're going to notice a little bit of potash on the ground. And as you look at it, you'll see that it's kind of filling in grooves on one of the cobblestones of the alley. The smell ends just beyond this stone.
The scent has gone cold.
You just have it.
It ends here.
Where?
What is this? This ash?
Looks like there's some type of rune full of potash.
Can you read that? What does it say?
I rolled a 15. Can I read it?
It looks like part of some type of abjuration spell. Or maybe
Spell, but I... This is more Hazel's field than my own.
Do I know why I made
pardon me, a
strength save?
conjuration spell. Conjuration spell.
Oh, conjuration.
Godfrey, what are you saying?
Do I know why I made a strength save?
You're about to.
Okay.
Okay. Kalara, looking over, you can see that Riz and Aurontiros are like looking down at this one particular cobblestone.
What are you guys doing?
Check this out, Kelara.
What am I looking at?
This rune.
Uh-huh.
Maybe this is put here to throw us off and it doesn't actually mean anything.
Yeah, it could be. Could be fuck off.
That black robe seemed like the type to do that.
We're probably wasting time here. I just got excited
considering
because I
a
thought I could
flying
find
city's
her.
coming to kill us all, probably.
You know what? Hazel always finds her way home.
Yeah.
This is true. I mean,
I put my hand,
Or
smack the
we can
rune, and
mess-
put my hand
mess
on
with
it.
All right. You're going to smack the rune?
Yes. While all three of us are leaning over and looking at it.
Okay.
Oh no, Kelara looked and then moved away again. Because
Where is Riz in this
Oh.
situation?
Aurontiros is chaos.
Beside Aurontiros, she was down
Beside?
with
Okay. That not in front of, like Godfrey is walking up to look at this.
What?
So you're not in front of him.
Oh, it's a cobblestone on the ground. I imagine it was a cobblestone, like...
No, it's on the
even though
ground.
that makes sense. It's on the ground. I was thinking, like, cobble bricks in, like, an alleyway. So I was, like, thinking, like, looking on the side. Yeah, Riz is beside him looking down at the room.
Okay, sounds good. Aurontiros, you are going to feel a tingle in you as you touch it. Would you like to spend a spell slot?
Sure.
Okay. All right, I'm going to spend that. That's something good happens. All right, suddenly there is a kind of a little explosion of energy around you as the load-bearing rune cracks. Godfrey, you are suddenly on the roof of a house that expanded from beneath you in 0-time flat. And almost get launched into orbit by this suddenly expanding house. The rest of you are standing right in front of the front door of the mage shop.
I've done it. I've gained the ability to summon houses.
Wow. You're
Laura-
getting to be a really good mage.
Probably just
Everyone-
did whatever the mage did. I hope she's not angry at you for that.
What do you think you're doing? A voice will say as a spectral woman walks through the door looking like Wyan, but kind of like glowing with this dark purple blue energy.
Riz tries to hide instantly.
Hello, White Robe. I'm doing very important research inside of here. Can I help you?
Nice to see you too. Oh, we're looking for Hazeal.
Of course you are. By all means, continue mucking around with my time. It's quite limited.
Okay.
Never should let bards into the order. Fat lot of fools you all are. Fine then. Come inside. But don't say I didn't warn you. And the spectral figure is going to turn around and strut through the door, phasing through it.
Wow, she's very aggressively
Did you not meet her last time?
Oh, I have.
Why are you
Got along
surprised?
well with her.
Isn't this just how she was last time?
Oh, that's how... No, she's a little bit more tiffed. Well,
Is there a way off this roof?
You could jump.
Is there a other way off this roof?
You could fly. But I don't think you're going to be doing it very well.
All right.
There's no ladder. There's no like up to code fire escape. No.
No,
This is what you do. You run, jump in the
a
alley,
latch,
split
anything.
your feet.
Make me an
And slide down
investigation
the
roll to
wall.
find a hat. DC 13.
Nope.
You
That
got
would be a
one?
7.
A 7. So you're looking
7.
around, you're like, it's also a slightly slanted roof, so you're like, I don't know how I'm doing this in armor. It's only like 20 feet down.
I'm jumping down. I don't see any other way down from here. And I'll try and kind of half climb down a little bit, like
Sure.
like go to the
Make me an
edge as close-
acrobatics roll, please.
Acrobatics, damn it.
I'll lower the DC because you did the butt scoot, though.
11.
11? Okay. So, Godfrey, you are going to... Who's going to open the door to the maid shop? Okay. So you're going to open the door to the maid shop. It's going to... Clang! As this full armored man hits the ground next to you. Godfrey, take the indignity of 1 hit point of damage.
Okay.
Riz will not be going into the shop. She's gonna stay outside. Just so you know.
Will you now? Standing near the doorway, you can see that there is no shop inside. In fact, there's nothing inside. Just a mass of dark, swirling absence of light.
This seems fine. Well, if she can go in, I suppose I could. She's always been hospitable. And in I go.
Okay.
Is that really what? Oh, shit.
Kelara, Godfrey.
I think I'm good, Aurontiros. Have fun. Find Hazeal.
He'll be okay in there, right?
And as Aurontiros steps into the darkness, the
Maybe?
door is going to slam shut. And you are going to hear a distinctive sound of a lock. Which, for just a moment, you swear sounds almost as if the house was swallowing him whole. Gulp. And as that occurs, the rest of you will hear something that will chill you to your bones. The sound of the town's alarm bells ringing out as soldiers begin rushing past you toward the trade gate and the oncoming forces of the Red Dragon Army.
Uh-oh.
Which I think is where we're going to pick up next game. Don't split the party, guys. Don't split the party.
You haven't split the party.
Oh,
We're outside a shop. We're waiting for Hazeal. We don't want to advance plot.
They're on a different
Without
plane of
Hazeal.
existence right now.
So that means when they come back, no time will have passed, or all the time will have passed. One of the two.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Or maybe not. Who knows?
Who knows?
All right, folks, that's going to be it for us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. A quick reminder, I'm out of town next week, so it's going to be 2 weeks before our next session. So not next week, but the weekend afterwards. We will be back. Also, I'm going into next session with 7 Hurt the Moors, so please enjoy that. So that's going to be a nightmare. Plus whatever.
I
you
missed
buy
my
for
chance to start my cobbling
career.
apprenticeship.
Yep.
Yeah. So far, Kelara is the only one that's made any cobblers
It's true.
because of the cook. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Jen, I hope you feel better and you heal up quick. A big thank you to our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games, for being an amazing sponsor. Please check out their tables that are coming soon and all of their dice that you can roll on top of those tables. I also want to do a big thank you to our Patreon, because Patreon keeps the lights on over here, folks. If you want to support the channel directly, Patreon is how you're going to go do it. It's also September, so if you want to offer subscriptions, or if you want to take subscriptions here on Twitch, they also help out, and you'll save some money this month because they are discounted during September. But Patreon is the primary way that Dork Tales survives, and with more games coming all the time, it is crucial that we keep our numbers high. So please consider joining the Patreon and sticking around for a while. It'd be great to have you there. Then you can join the likes of our world building producer, Jade the Maker of Monsters, our divine producer, my mom. Hi mom, I'll be seeing you in like 2 days. Our demonic producer, Precarious, whose love is never precarious, our wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric and the Ink Goblin, and our High Council of the Patreon, which is Terran, Buddy, Amberthist, Raven with Bubbles, Karasha Urquhart, Chef of Death, Larook, Sorcerer Sanguine, Mike Baxter, and Kalin Whitebeard. To join the likes of them and to get a bunch of additional perks, which are going to be dropping in short order because I'm dropping all of the stuff for this month while I'm away. So you guys are getting a lot of content next week. So enjoy. Head to patreon.com/dorktales today and join their amazing ranks. I'd love to see you there. And we'll be seeing you tomorrow night here for Fandelver and Below Session 0. Thanks for playing, guys. Good night, everybody.